John D. Rockefeller, synonymous with unimaginable wealth and American industry. Born into modest circumstances, he rose to power in the Gilded Age. Building an empire on oil, he founded Standard Oil. Admired and condemned, his legacy sparks debate. From a bookkeeper in Cleveland, he saw opportunity in chaos. His business acumen led to dominance in the oil industry. Rockefeller's story is also one of redemption. He dedicated his later life to philanthropy. Establishing the Rockefeller Foundation, he advanced education and medicine. John D. Rockefeller's life was a tapestry of contradictions. His story is a testament to American capitalism's potential and excess. John Davison Rockefeller was born in 1839 in Richford, New York, a small town nestled amidst the rolling hills of upstate New York. His upbringing was a study in contrasts, shaped by the frugality and devout Baptist faith of his mother, Eliza, and the unpredictable, often absent nature of his father, William Avery Rockefeller, a traveling salesman with a penchant for risk-taking and dubious ventures. Eliza instilled in her children a strong work ethic, emphasizing the values of honesty, thrift, and religious devotion. Young John, the second of 6 children, embraced these principles, demonstrating a precocious aptitude for numbers and a natural inclination towards business. He meticulously recorded his earnings from odd jobs, even loaning money to neighbors at a young age. In 1853, the Rockefeller family relocated to Cleveland, Ohio, a bustling city on the shores of Lake Erie. It was here that John's entrepreneurial spirit truly blossomed. At 16, after completing a short business course, he secured his first real job as an assistant bookkeeper for Hewitt & Tuttle, a commission merchant firm. Rockefeller's meticulous attention to detail, his unwavering focus on efficiency, and his innate ability to negotiate favorable deals quickly impressed his employers. He thrived in the fast-paced world of commerce, immersing himself in the intricacies of shipping, commodities trading, and the burgeoning oil industry that was beginning to transform the nation. These formative years in Cleveland laid the foundation for Rockefeller's future success, instilling in him the discipline, ambition, and business acumen that would propel him to unimaginable heights. The year 1859 marked a turning point in American history, and for John D. Rockefeller, it ignited a lifelong passion. It was the year that Edwin Drake struck oil in Titusville, Pennsylvania, unleashing a black gold rush that would forever alter the nation's industrial landscape. Rockefeller, ever the astute observer of economic trends, recognized the immense potential of this new resource. While others rushed to drill for oil, Rockefeller focused on a different aspect of the industry, refining. He understood that crude oil in its raw form held limited value. It was the refining process, the transformation of crude into kerosene for lamps and other valuable byproducts, that held the key to true wealth. In 1863, at the age of 24, Rockefeller took a leap of faith, investing in a small oil refinery in Cleveland. He partnered with Maurice B. Clark, a former colleague, and Samuel Andrews, an English chemist who had developed an innovative new refining process. Their firm, Andrews, Clark and Company, marked the beginning of Rockefeller's empire. Rockefeller, with his characteristic zeal for efficiency, immediately set about streamlining operations. He negotiated lower transportation costs with railroads, purchased his own barrels to reduce reliance on outside suppliers, and even sold the petroleum jelly byproduct, which other refineries discarded as a healing ointment. His relentless focus on cost-cutting and maximizing profits gave his refinery a competitive edge in the rapidly expanding market. This marked the beginning of a strategy that would become synonymous with Standard Oil control every aspect of production, from the wellhead to the consumer, and eliminate any inefficiency or middleman that could erode profits. John D. Rockefeller's ascent to the pinnacle of American industry was fueled by his ambition, attention to detail, and innovative business strategies. He identified and exploited market inefficiencies, forged strategic alliances, and outmaneuvered competitors. Rockefeller's horizontal integration consolidated control over a single stage of production. Standard Oil acquired or drove out competing refineries. He used price wars and secret railroad deals for preferential shipping rates. Vertical integration involved controlling multiple production stages, from raw materials to distribution. Rockefeller invested in pipelines, tanker ships, and storage facilities, bypassing railroads. Standard Oil achieved efficiency and control, dictating prices and squeezing out competitors. His practices were criticized as ruthless and monopolistic. Critics accused him of unethical tactics like predatory pricing. They argued his pursuit of profit harmed fair competition and consumer choice. Rockefeller remained unapologetic, believing his methods were necessary in Gilded Age capitalism. He believed efficiency and order benefited consumers with affordable kerosene. Whether seen as a visionary or a ruthless baron, Rockefeller's strategies revolutionized the American oil industry. In the late 1870s, John D. Rockefeller began to transform the oil industry. He founded Standard Oil, which quickly became a dominant force. By securing favorable rates with railroads and buying out competitors, Rockefeller built an empire. His innovative strategies and relentless drive reshaped the industry, setting new standards for efficiency and production. As Standard Oil grew, so did public scrutiny. People began to question the company's monopolistic practices. Journalists like Ida Tarbell exposed the ruthless tactics used by Rockefeller. This led to a wave of public backlash and, eventually, legal challenges. The government took notice, and antitrust laws were enacted to curb the power of such monopolies. In 1911, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Standard Oil must be dismantled. The company was broken up into 34 smaller entities. Despite this, Rockefeller's influence remained. His legacy continued through these new companies, many of which became powerful corporations in their own right. The breakup marked the end of an era, but also the beginning of a new chapter in the oil industry. As we delve into John D. Rockefeller's later years, we see a man transformed by his immense wealth. But, it wasn't just about amassing a fortune. Rockefeller believed deeply in giving back. He once said, "The good Lord gave me my money." And with that conviction, he set out to make a difference. He established the Rockefeller Foundation in 1913, which aimed to promote the well-being of humanity around the world. From funding medical research to supporting education, the foundation's impact has been profound and far-reaching. Rockefeller also played a pivotal role in the creation of the University of Chicago. His generous donations helped to shape it into a leading educational institution. It's clear that his vision extended far beyond the business world. In his lifetime, he donated over $500 million to various causes. His legacy of philanthropy continues to inspire and guide future generations. So, as we reflect on his contributions, we see a man who, despite his controversial business practices, left an indelible mark on society through his charitable endeavors. John D. Rockefeller's legacy isn't just about his immense wealth, it's about how he used that wealth to impact society. He believed that with great power and resources came great responsibility. Over his lifetime, he donated more than $500 million to various causes. His philanthropic efforts spanned education, science, and public health. He established foundations that continue to benefit society today. Through his giving, Rockefeller aimed to create lasting change and address some of the world's most pressing issues. Rockefeller's philanthropy was built on several key pillars. Education was one of his primary focuses. He founded the University of Chicago and supported numerous other educational institutions. In the realm of science, he established the Rockefeller Institute for Medical Research, which has made significant contributions to the field. Public health was another major area of his giving. He funded efforts to eradicate diseases like hookworm and yellow fever. His approach to philanthropy was strategic and aimed at solving root problems rather than just treating symptoms. As John D. Rockefeller aged, he gradually withdrew from public life. By the time of his death in 1937, he had lived to the age of 97. His passing marked the end of an era. Rockefeller had not only shaped the oil industry, but had also left an indelible mark on philanthropy and society. His life's work had set new standards for wealth accumulation and distribution. The world remembered him as a complex figure, both a titan of industry and a pioneer of modern philanthropy. Reflecting on John D. Rockefeller's life, it's clear that he was a man of contrasts. His business practices were often criticized, yet his philanthropic efforts were groundbreaking. He built a vast fortune, but he also gave away a significant portion of it. Rockefeller's story is a reminder that individuals can have a profound impact on society, for better or worse. His legacy continues to be studied and debated, offering lessons on the power and responsibility that come with great wealth. In the end, Rockefeller remains a complex figure, embodying both the promise and the pitfalls of the American dream.